Hello, my dear friends. I want to share something with you today that could truly protect your health and maybe even save a life. Many of us have always believed that starting the day with exercise is the best way to stay strong. And yes, exercise is one of the most powerful tools we have for keeping our heart, our brain, and our body in good condition. But there is also a side of the story that most people never hear, and it can quietly put older adults at risk if we don't pay attention. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the simple but important steps that every person over 60 should know before starting morning exercise. These are things I wish someone had told me years ago, because they can make the difference between exercising safely and accidentally creating harm. My goal is not just to give you rules, but to help you understand why your body behaves differently in the morning, and what little changes you can make so that you feel stronger, healthier, and more secure. Before we begin, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching from today? Just drop your city or state in the comments below. And if you have your own simple health tips that help you in the morning, please share them too. Someone else here might really benefit from your wisdom. Point 1. Why mornings put extra pressure on your heart and brain. My friends, let's take a closer look at why mornings can be a little more dangerous for your heart and brain, especially after the age of 60. When you're asleep, your body is in a resting state. Your blood pressure goes down, your heart gets a chance to recover from the work it does all day, and your system stays calm. But the moment you begin to wake up, your body has to shift gears. Hormones like cortisol and adrenaline are released to get you moving, and those hormones push your blood pressure higher and make your heart beat faster. This is a normal part of the body's natural rhythm, but it also means the early hours, between 6 o'clock and 10 a.m., are when your heart is working the hardest. Now, for a younger person, this rise might not be such a big deal. Their blood vessels are still flexible and their arteries are clear. But for older adults, the story is different. With age, our blood vessels become stiffer, and many of us already have some plaque buildup in the arteries. That stiffness makes it harder for blood to pass through smoothly, so the heart has to pump with more force. Think of it like water trying to move through a narrow pipe. It takes more pressure. That extra strain is already there the moment you wake up, even if you feel fine. Add to that another challenge: overnight, your body goes without water for 6 to 8 hours. Your blood becomes thicker, and thicker blood means it takes more effort to circulate. So, in the morning, your blood is heavier, your vessels are tighter, and your heart is already under more demand than later in the day. Now imagine suddenly lifting heavy weights or starting a fast-paced workout. That sudden spike in pressure can be too much, especially if there is a weak spot in the arteries. Sometimes people don't even know they have one until something serious happens. The hidden risk of morning dehydration. My friends, one of the most overlooked dangers in the morning is dehydration. During the night, while you're sleeping, your body continues to work. You breathe, you sweat a little, and your organs keep running quietly. All of that uses water, and because you're not drinking for 6 to 8 hours, you wake up already low on fluids. Even if you don't feel thirsty, your body is in a mild state of dehydration by the time morning comes. Now let's think about what that really means. When your body is dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker. Instead of flowing smoothly, it moves more slowly, like syrup compared to water. That makes your heart push harder to keep circulation going. At the same time, your blood vessels in the morning are already tighter and less flexible. So you have three things happening at once: higher blood pressure from your natural morning rhythm, stiff blood vessels that don't open easily, and thick blood that needs more force to move. Put these together, and your heart and brain are under much more pressure than you may realize. This is why going straight from bed into heavy activity can be risky. Lifting weights, doing fast cardio, or even rushing around the house without rehydrating first can raise the chance of dizziness, chest discomfort, or in the worst case, a stroke or heart attack. Many people don't think of water as medicine, but in reality, it's one of the simplest and most powerful protections you can give your body every single day. The good news is that this problem has an easy fix. Before you reach for coffee, tea, or breakfast, give your body what it really needs: water. Drinking 16 to 20 ounces of clean, room-temperature water right after waking up helps thin the blood, rehydrate your cells, and prepare your heart for the day ahead. Some people like to add a squeeze of lemon, which not only improves the taste but also gives a gentle boost to your digestion. Why a proper warm-up matters more after 60. My friends, let's talk about something many people skip but is absolutely essential after the age of 60, a proper warm-up. When we were younger, it was easy to roll out of bed and jump straight into exercise without giving it much thought. Our muscles were more elastic, our joints were smoother, and our blood flow picked up quickly. But as the years go by, the body changes. Muscles become a little stiffer, joints don't glide as easily, and the tissues that connect everything together lose some of their flexibility. This doesn't mean we can't stay active and strong, it just means we need to give the body a little more time to prepare. Think of it like starting a car on a cold winter morning. You wouldn't just slam on the gas right away. You let the engine warm up so it runs smoothly. Your body is no different. After a night of rest, your circulation is slower, your muscles are tight, and your heart is still adjusting to the higher blood pressure of the morning. Jumping into heavy lifting or fast-paced movement at that moment is like forcing the car to race before the engine oil has even spread. It creates unnecessary strain and increases the chance of damage. A good warm-up changes all of that. By beginning with gentle, low-intensity movements, you slowly increase blood flow, raise your heart rate in a controlled way, and get your joints lubricated. This not only makes you feel more comfortable during exercise, but it also protects you from injuries. For seniors, this is especially important because recovery from even small injuries takes longer. A pulled muscle, a strained joint, or dizziness from sudden exertion can set you back weeks or even months. The good news is that warming up doesn't have to be complicated. Just 5 to 10 minutes is often enough. Start with light walking, either around your home, in the yard, or down the hallway. Add gentle arm circles, shoulder rolls, or slow squats using only your body weight. If you're planning to lift weights, begin with very light resistance first before moving to anything heavier. If you prefer cardio, start at a slow pace and gradually build up. Warning signs you should never ignore during morning exercise. My friends, one of the biggest mistakes older adults make is thinking they must push through discomfort during exercise. Many of us grew up hearing the phrase, "no pain, no gain." But after 60, that thinking can be dangerous. Your heart, your blood vessels, and even your brain are more sensitive to sudden strain. What may feel like something small, a little dizziness, some chest pressure, or unusual tiredness, could actually be your body's way of warning you to stop. Ignoring these signals can turn a minor issue into a serious emergency. Let's look at some of the most important red flags. If you ever feel dizzy, lightheaded, or as if the room is spinning, pause immediately. This can mean your brain isn't getting enough oxygen or blood flow. Another warning sign is chest pain or pressure, especially if it spreads to your jaw, neck, or shoulders. Don't assume it's just fatigue, these could be early signs of a heart attack. Shortness of breath that feels unusual or comes on too quickly is also a concern, as is sudden nausea paired with sweating. If you feel a heaviness, tingling, or numbness in your arms or face, that may signal a mini-stroke, often called a TIA. These events can be brief, but they are urgent and should never be ignored. Here's the truth, feeling strong is not about pushing through pain. Real strength comes from knowing when to stop and protect yourself. It takes wisdom to listen to your body, and at this stage in life, wisdom is far more valuable than pride. Exercise is meant to support your health, not to put it at risk. If something feels off, it's not weakness to rest, it's intelligence and self-respect. Think about it this way, you wouldn't drive your car if the warning light on the dashboard was flashing. You'd stop and check what's wrong before continuing. Your body deserves the same respect. Pausing, calling for help if needed, or seeking medical attention doesn't mean you failed at exercising, it means you made the smart choice to stay safe. Smarter morning exercise strategies for seniors. My friends, if you enjoy exercising in the morning, you don't have to give it up. The key is to be smart about how you do it. With just a few small adjustments, you can make your morning routine safer and more effective without putting extra strain on your heart and brain. The goal is not to stop you from moving, but to help you move in a way that works with your body instead of against it. The first step is hydration. Before anything else, before coffee, before breakfast, before exercise, drink 16 to 20 ounces of room temperature water. This one habit thins your blood, rehydrates your cells, and reduces pressure on your heart. It's like giving your body the fuel it needs to start the day in balance. Think of water as your morning medicine for strength and safety. The next step is timing. Instead of jumping into heavy activity as soon as you get out of bed, give yourself 30 to 60 minutes before attempting anything intense. Use that time to wake up gently, walk around your home, do light stretching, or even just take a few deep breaths to calm your system. By the time you begin your main workout, your heart rate and blood pressure will already be more stable. When you do exercise, adjust the type and intensity. Skip the sudden heavy lifting or fast sprints first thing in the morning. Instead, choose slower, more controlled movements. If you're lifting weights, focus on lighter resistance and steady breathing. Don't hold your breath while pushing or pulling, that can cause dangerous spikes in blood pressure. Instead, exhale as you lift, inhale as you release. Adding mindfulness can also be powerful. A few minutes of deep breathing, prayer, or meditation before exercise can calm your nervous system, relax your blood vessels, and prepare both your mind and body for safe activity. This isn't just good for your heart, it also sets a positive tone for your entire day. Manage morning stress before you move. My friends, your heart doesn't just respond to physical activity, it also reacts to your emotions. And in the morning, your stress hormones are already higher because your body is trying to wake you up. That's why so many people feel a little tense or rushed early in the day. If you add mental stress on top of that, like checking the news, scrolling through social media, or jumping straight into emails, you can unknowingly raise your blood pressure even more. For seniors, this extra pressure combined with early morning exercise can be a dangerous mix. Here's what happens inside the body. When you're stressed, your system releases adrenaline and cortisol. These hormones tighten your blood vessels and make your heart beat faster. Now imagine your blood is already thicker from dehydration, your vessels are already stiffer from age, and your blood pressure is already at its peak in the morning. Add emotional stress, then pile exercise on top of that, and you've created the perfect storm. This is one of the reasons why strokes and heart attacks are more common in the early hours of the day. But the good news is, you can lower this risk with just a few small changes. Before you exercise, give yourself a calm start. Instead of rushing to your phone or turning on the TV, take a few slow, deep breaths. If you pray or meditate, spend a few minutes doing that. Even something as simple as sitting quietly with a glass of water, focusing on your breathing, can relax your blood vessels and help your body transition smoothly from sleep to wakefulness. It may also help to create a personal rule for your mornings: no stressful phone calls, no upsetting news, and no heavy decision-making before your warm-up. Let your body and mind adjust gently before asking them to handle more. You'll notice not only that your workouts feel easier, but also that your whole day flows with more peace and energy. My friends, exercising in the morning can still be a wonderful habit, but the type of activity you choose makes all the difference once you're over 60. Heavy weightlifting, high-intensity interval training, or fast sprints may work for younger bodies, but in the early hours, they place too much strain on the heart and blood vessels of older adults. The goal at this stage of life is not to test limits, it's to support your health, improve your mobility. So what are the best choices? Let's start with something simple: walking. A light walk around your house, down the street, or in a nearby park is one of the safest and most effective ways to get your body moving in the morning. It gently raises your heart rate, increases circulation, and loosens up stiff joints without shocking your system. Walking also helps clear the mind, giving you a fresh, positive start to the day. Another excellent option is gentle stretching or yoga. These movements improve flexibility, balance, and posture, all of which become more important as we age. Yoga and stretching also encourage deep breathing, which calms the nervous system and lowers morning stress. If you struggle with balance, you can even do chair yoga or simple stretches while seated. The key is to move your body in a controlled and mindful way. For those who enjoy strength work, resistance bands or light weights are great tools. Instead of pushing yourself to lift as heavy as possible, focus on slow, controlled movements. This strengthens your muscles and bones while protecting your joints and blood vessels. Breathing steadily during each movement also helps prevent sudden spikes in blood pressure. Low-impact cardio activities like stationary cycling at an easy pace, swimming, or water aerobics are also safe and effective. The buoyancy of water, for example, supports your joints and reduces the risk of falls, making it a wonderful option for seniors. These types of exercise keep you active, mobile, and energized without putting unnecessary stress on your cardiovascular system. My friends, we've walked through some very important truths about morning exercise and health after 60. The message is simple but powerful: exercise is one of the best gifts you can give your body, but how and when you do it matters more than most people realize. Mornings are a special time when your blood pressure is naturally higher, your blood is thicker, and your vessels are tighter. Jumping straight into heavy workouts at that moment can add unnecessary strain to your heart and brain. But the good news is, you don't need to stop moving, you just need to move wisely. Remember, your health is not something to gamble with. Every heartbeat, every step, every breath you take is a blessing. You've lived through decades of challenges and changes, and now your focus should be on protecting the gift of life you still hold. Strength at this stage isn't about lifting the heaviest weight or running the fastest mile. Real strength is about wisdom, knowing how to care for yourself so you can keep enjoying time with family, friends, and the simple joys of daily living. So, the next time you wake up in the morning and think about exercising, pause for a moment. Drink your water, breathe deeply, and choose movements that respect your body. You'll not only feel better in the moment, but you'll also be building a safer, stronger future for yourself. My dear friends, your health is your greatest treasure. Don't take it for granted. Protect it, honor it, and nurture it every day. By exercising smartly and listening to your body, you are giving yourself the chance to live fully, joyfully, and independently in the years ahead.